GitHub account, but I'm here at classroom.github.com for the first time. I'm going to sign into my GitHub account by clicking the Sign In button in the top right corner. Since this is my first time using GitHub Classroom, I need to authorize Classroom for my GitHub account. I can see the list of permissions that Classroom will need for my account, and I can click the Authorize GitHub button at the bottom of the page. Now that I'm in GitHub Classroom, I see the prompt to create my first classroom. When I click to create my classroom, I'm asked to choose an organization. I have the option to either create a new organization or grant access to an existing organization. Let's pause and talk more about what an organization is. Each classroom you create will be associated with an organization. An organization is an umbrella account in GitHub where you can store all of your repositories. And repositories are collections of all of the code and instructions for projects, assignments, etc. We are going to create an organization where our students' assignment repositories will live. What we will see later is that each student will have their own assignment repository where they'll do their work, and those repositories will belong to the organization that we create. Let's walk through creating and authorizing a new organization. I'll click Create an Organization, and I'll give my organization a name. Student Work Classroom Demo. I'll need to add an email address where any notifications regarding this organization will go. This might be your school email address. I'm setting this organization to belong to my personal account. You can do the same unless your school is a GitHub Campus Program Partner or a GitHub Enterprise customer, or if you have other instructions from your school that you should not own the organization that owns student code. When you choose a business account, you can enter the name of the account and you'll see at the bottom that the corporate terms of service will apply to your organization. Your institution may have agreed to the terms of service previously if they are an enterprise customer or campus program partner. Let's switch back to using my personal account. I'll click Next to create a new organization. Back in GitHub Classroom, we refresh the organization selection page where we left off, but we don't see the organization we just created. We need to grant access to that organization. I'll click Grant Access. On the Access page, we see a Grant button next to our new organization. I'll click there to allow GitHub Classroom to manage repositories in our organization. If you're prompted for a password at this step, use the password for your GitHub account. Now that I've granted access, I can close this tab and go back to GitHub Classroom. When I refresh the page, I see the organization that we've added. Remember, if you do not see your organization in GitHub Classroom, check to make sure you've granted access. I'll choose this organization to store our students' assignment repositories. Now let's name our classroom. My class is GitHub Classroom Demo. Maybe you will want to make your classroom specific to all of the students and assignments in a section, course, or semester. So consider that as you name your classroom and when you create your organizations. We have the opportunity to add TAs and admins. They will have access to our organization and can see all of the student repositories that will live there, and they'll have access to our classroom where they can manage and review assignments. In step 1, give your team access to your organization. Note that when we click here, we are taken to Organization Setup and out of Classroom, so don't forget to come back. From here, I can invite others to the organization where student repositories live. I'll enter their GitHub usernames. I'll set this user as an owner, and then I'll send them an invitation so they can help manage the organization. Now that I've invited my teaching team to my organization, I can close this tab and go back to GitHub Classroom. Here's the class we've been working on, GitHub Classroom Demo. Back on the TAs and Admins tab, I want to complete step 2. I'm going to ask my teaching assistants and administrators to join my classroom. This way, they can manage students and review assignments. I'll copy this classroom URL and share it with my teaching team. Then I'll go back to my assignments view. Now that we have chosen an organization, named our classroom, and invited our teaching assistants and administrators, we can create our student roster by clicking the Students tab.